Hi everybody, good morning. It's 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock is with me, Father Warner. We continue with our series, the 12 days of Christmas, and we are on the 6th day. Today, on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Holy Family. We celebrate today the feast of the Holy Family. Now, I want to say this off the bat that many of us live in a world of idealism. The presentation of the most flawless skin, the most perfect home, the most restful holiday, most romantic meal is all driven by the need really to meet sales targets, and it's executed by the best in the advertisement industry. You see, like it or not, you can't change the color of your skin no matter what the label on the cream claims, nor can you control the security of your family no matter what the insurance company advertises and tells you. But yet we all fall to such propaganda and live in a world literally of peaches and roses, only to be woken up when the briars and the thorns poke us. So no matter what the media says, there are no perfect people, there are no perfect families. Families are what we make of them by investing in the needs of one another. You see, we build the foundation of love when we stretch ourselves for each other. Some roles in a family come naturally. Let me give you a few examples. The altruism of a mother and father for a sick child as they sit the night in vigil beside their baby who's burning with fever. That role comes naturally. Some roles are learned along the way. For example, the need to share your toys, your belongings with your siblings. We teach this to our children. It comes along the way. Some roles are thrust upon us. The roles of learning to be a nurse to an ailing or an aged parent or an elderly sister or brother who has become, who is sick in the house. So that role of being a nurse, we may not be a nurse, but it comes to us in a period of time. Or, for example, a brother or a sister who has become a de facto parent of their siblings because the mother tragically passed away. You hear many of people telling you this, that I, father, looked after my 10 brothers and sisters, my mother, father passed away. Now, the family of Mary, Joseph and Jesus, in a way, are airbrushed today. You know, the statues that you see that honor them show this very perfect, peaceful trio, as if they had no trial or tribulation thrown at them. The gospel on the feast of the Holy Family, that is today, is not a narrative of perfection. It is the story really of a plot to kill baby Jesus. It's a story of a midnight flight into a foreign land under the cover of darkness, literally escaping. It's a story of a family that becomes refugees, driven out of their land and their source of income, only to be told to return several years later and then to find that the threat to their lives and to the life of baby Jesus had not entirely been eliminated. They then had to choose Nazareth as their home. Nazareth is an obscure village, at least at that time, when today it's a bustling commercial center, more because of the pilgrims that come there. But at the time of Jesus, it was an obscure village, scholars tell us, with not more than 20 families. This also in a district, Nazareth was situated in the district of Galilee, which had lost much of its Jewish heritage over the years and had become a very secular district. The district of Galilee had become extremely secular by the time of Jesus' birth. So, coming back to what I said, there are no perfect families, but there are families that are called to perfection. There are no families in that sense that don't have any challenges. But there are families who challenge the situation they are, especially they face it with tremendous faith. You know, the perfect studio pictures, my dear friends, that hang in your homes are but a presentation of a day we all dressed up for a photo shoot. The rest of our days are filled with the reality of struggle, the challenges, the chores in the home. Yeah, I wish we put up a family picture where we all got up one morning and just decided to do a family picture. No makeup, no combing your hair, somebody in pajamas. That's a great family picture because it represents imperfection and yet unity in that imperfection. Now, if the Holy Family did not have it easy, we have to ask ourselves, why do we think that we must have life easy? So, what's the point of this feast? Simply this: they were a holy family because they strove to be one, and the stress is on the word holy. They were a holy family because they chose, they strove, they pushed to be one. The word holy, as I've taught you before, comes from the Greek word hagios, which simply translates as different. Mary, Joseph, and Jesus respond to the challenges of this world, but how do they do it? They do it differently. Mary and Joseph were obedient to the angels each time a demand was made of them. They thought less of their comforts, but of their duty to be part of salvation history. You see, as parents, Joseph and Mary did not end up in a shouting match when they discovered that Jesus was missing when they took him to the temple. What was their response? Their response was to go together to look for him. You don't hear in the scriptures of Mary complaining of which maternity or hospital she ought to have brought the Savior of the world into, nor does she chastise Joseph of the many long and arduous journeys they were forced to make. They were not given choices. One day they were called to Bethlehem and they had to call Bethlehem home. The next day they had to call Egypt home, and finally they called Nazareth home. There is no evidence that Mary thought that perhaps Joseph should make a career change from carpentry and bring in more than just the bread that he was bringing in. You see, my dear friends, your family was ordained by God to be holy too. But in order to make it different, you have to learn to be different. And it all begins with you. I want to pray for you that God may bless your families, especially those that are experiencing at this moment tremendous pain, tremendous difficulty, tremendous struggle, where people are in the family being attacked by one another. Nasty things are being said, hurtful things are being said. People don't talk to each other. I want to pray for you. And even if you find yourself in the worst situation, don't give up. Be different. I can assure you this from my own life. Love changes people. The more you love them, it takes time, but in time, people change. I'm sorry about my throat. It hasn't got any better, and I'm still struggling with my health and with a bad congestion. So keep me in your prayers. God bless you, everybody. Don't forget, please like this video, share it with your friends, and until we get, at Christmas time, as I've been saying, a lot of you have not been watching the teaching. Share it with other people. We need this to go out so that many people, especially today on the Feast of the Holy Family, send it to somebody who you know is struggling in their family, so that God may speak to them through this video. God bless you, everybody. Like this video, share it with your friends, leave your comments. And for those who, yesterday I went live, for those of you who contributed to the meal to the Love, Joy, Hope Foundation, we are putting up your names today, as yesterday I had to go live because of health reasons. Don't forget, look after our home. You can sponsor a meal for children, for their breakfast, their lunch or their dinner. Send me a message on 98202 42151. The number will be on your screen, and I will put you in touch with them, and you can sponsor a meal for them through the next month or any time that there is a birthday, a wedding anniversary, a remembrance of somebody in your home or family. God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is the eve of the new year. So we'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock with Father Warner.